Welcome back, chat. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. I know I am. I want to put this little goobus up on screen. Tier 3, baby. Well, no, I think he's... No, he's in the basic ones, right? He's in the basic ones. I think he's in the... Oh, no, he's not in the free pack. He's in the tier 1 sub pack. Yeah, he's emote 6. Okay. We got some good ones, though. So, we're doing the bits emotes tonight. Those are the last, if I'm not mistaken. They're the last static emotes. Like, non-animated emotes that I can add. They're the last 3. So, I'm gonna try and do all of them, maybe? I need to grab... Ugh, why is this so blown out? Ew. Oh, it's animated, that's why. Aha! Oh, this'll work great. I need this. Yes. But I hope everyone's doing well tonight, regardless. Okay. So... yeah. So it's gonna be Twitch bits, basically. That's tonight. I'm only unfortunately able to do emotes for 1K, 5K, and 10K. These are the only 3 that I'm actually able to do an emote for right now. For some reason, Twitch limits it. I would show you my dashboard, but I don't want to get... I don't know if there's anything on there that could get me in trouble. So I won't. But 1K, 5K, 10K. Those are the 3 that I'm allowed to do. So we're going to do those. I'm going to break them apart. Just to make my life a little easier here. Just gonna break these guys apart. So, obviously I don't expect anybody to actually ever donate these, because I'm gonna be honest. Our community doesn't do a lot of spending of the money, despite my obvious desire to make money. Oh. I mean, you guys do sometimes, and that's fine. I'm not complaining. I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining. I'm not. I'm not saying you should spend money, because it's, you know, it's just me, you know, like, I'm just doing my due. I gotta get I gotta set one of my keybinds over here to be deselect. I keep forgetting to do it. Okay, so we need the 1K one. So this little guy here, we'll start with him. I have an idea for what I want to do for it, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But first things first. I need to figure out the colors on this beast. I do like it, though. It's pretty cool. Why don't I just leave both on? What am I doing? But yeah. So, I just wanted to do all these for you guys. I think one of my goals for 2027 is to kind of get you guys some more, like, actual value out of subbing and donating and stuff on Twitch. Not because, again... I want to make it clear, I am not asking for money. I just always, like, I watched Moist Critical's video a few months ago on why he, like, turned donations off on his Twitch streams and stuff. And the way I thought about it, I was like, I mean, if I can be real with you guys for a second, the entire, like, true purpose of this channel is just to create an audience so that when I create, like, actual stuff, like, when I create stuff that's creatively fulfilling for me, I have people that I know will be at least interested in seeing it because they enjoy watching my content. That's the express purpose of Fuse is Here, of all of the stuff that I've done. I'm a creative guy. You know, I'm an artist by nature, but I have other talents too that are, like, creatively driven. I don't have much outside of that. That's kind of my thing. So I realized, I was like, you know, you guys really don't get anything right now for being a sub on Twitch. You get, like, nothing good. There are, like, no good rewards. Same with bits. Like, people had given bits before, and they got, like, nothing for it. And I was like, well, I'd at least like to make it, like, reasonably... Like, I want to give you a reason to donate. Like, if you're gonna donate something, I want there to be an actually decent reason for you to do it. Not just, oh, well, I'm donating because I want Fuse to have money. No. Like, that's not enough for me. I want it to be like, oh, well, I'm donating because I want this cool emote. Or I'm donating because or I'm subbing because I want access to the Discord server, or X, Y, or Z. You know, like, I want to give you guys reasons to do that stuff. And so that's why I went on this little journey. That, and I want to be able to put out there that I do Twitch emotes for commissions, because I'm trying to, you know, save up money here. I need to operate my business. So there you go. So now I just have to figure out something to do with this little doohickey. This little guy. Because I know there are people that support me, like, financially, sort of, on this platform. And I love you guys for that. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just saying, I know there are people that do that. I appreciate you. You guys are great. Thank you for your primes and all that stuff. But, yeah, I kind of felt shitty about it, because I was like, you get nothing for it. Now you get a lot. Now you get, like, 6 emotes. I haven't done the animated ones yet, but I have ideas. You get 6 emotes and access to the Discord server, and access to all 6 of the emotes all across Discord, hypothetically. Well, if you have Discord Nitro, I guess you would have access to them everywhere. So, there. Like that. Oh, Radio with the Hydrate. Thank you. Arigato. Forgot I gotta clean that off. My water bottle got something on it earlier while I was at work. But yeah, that's sort of been on my mind lately, is just, making it more valuable. Like, giving you more bang for your buck. I was finally able to make it to one of your late night streams. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're here. I do them right after my work shift ends, to be honest with you guys. That's when I do them. Oh, there is a slight hue shift. Oh, neat. Look at that. So I'm going to get all these bit things drawn, and then we'll figure out poses for the little fuser in regards to them once I have them all sort of mapped out properly. At least Twitch has a nice design for all of these. But how you been, Radio? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. How are these days? I'm doing okay. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, honestly. Got almost all my Christmas shopping done. Gotten to draw today and do some emotes, which is always a pleasure for me. I like being able to work on this stuff when I can. No, that's wrong. It's slightly different. Yeah, there you go. There we go. I turned up the music a little bit. I meant to do that earlier, but I forgot. I had it turned down for myself back when I was working. That's something funny I haven't quite figured out how to deal with yet, is because I do all my streaming and all my like commissions and artwork on the same PC. So like I'll be working and there'll be people sending me memes and shit. And I'm like, I don't know how to, like, people adding me at shit on Discord. And that's fine. But I don't know how to tell people, I'm like, by the way, you know, like, how do you have that conversation of like, oh yeah, don't, like, I've had people be like sending me memes and shit and asking me questions about movie trailers. And I'm like, brother, I am at the office. I'll check them in a minute. And then I get distracted from work and I forget what I was doing every time. I'm terrible. I have like the attention span of a gopher. On jaw. On cod for eel. No carp. Because sometimes my friends, like, will be sending me game trailers and stuff, and I'm like, brother, I'm trying to get a commission done, please. Please, boss. They'll be like, look, this Pokemon you like is back in the new DLC, and I'm like, damn it, no. I don't want to be seeing that right now. I got bills to pay. Projects to finish. Which reminds me, I gotta do that too. Do a lot of commissions. Why don't you put yourself on Do Not Disturb so you can focus? Is that why? Oh, yeah, because I tried it before and then I forgot to turn it off for like 4 days. Because I work until like the last minute when I'm at home at my desk, and then I go into my actual job, usually, during the week. Well, actual job. Both of them are my actual job. I make money off of both of them. But yeah, one time I forgot to turn it off for like many days. And then I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. I'm afraid I'll do it again, because I know myself. And I know I'm dumb enough to do that. That looks good. Okay, that one's done. And now we got this guy. Final guy. Close enough. Okay, this is the, what, 10,000 bits? Oh, shit. Wrong layer. 10,000 bits. This is the last bit I have to draw. I'm not just going to use the Twitch default ones. What am I, a fool? No, I would never do such a thing. Yeah, I'm a bit of a silly head. when it comes to this stuff. Can you pick the frickin' color? Thank you. I'm a bit of a silly, goofy head when it comes to this sort of thing. Mariah will tell you. I'm even bad when I don't have Do Not Disturb on responding to messages, number one. But then, like, when I had it on that time, dude, there were so many things I missed, and I was like, oh no. I think that was right before I went on vacation. I put it on Do Not Disturb because I needed to go get some sleep. And then I didn't, like, get a Discord message until, like, I didn't check it for, like, a while. And then I was like, oh shit, I left Do Not Disturb on. God, that feels like yesterday. Oh man, no mods. No mods. Uno mas. Come on, man. Hate that. Twitch deals with the bot problem, and yet I still get these stupid frickin' bots in my chat all the time. Like, do I look like I'm botting viewership, people? I stream to, like, no one. Like, when I played Dispatch, I think one of those streams maybe got 5 viewers. No, not 5. Not even 5. I think the highest they ever got was, like, 2 or 3. But I played that game because I loved it, and I wanted to beat it, and I did. And I'm gonna play it again, but I'm not gonna play it on stream, I'm just gonna play it by myself. Okay, we've got all the bits done. Now I just have to think of a pose. How many layers are you at? 117? I save often. Each of these folders has a different emote in it. So, like, this one, or this guy, or one of my personal favorites. I like him a lot. Although this one's my favorite out of the bunch. I like him. He's cute. Oh, this one's good too. Oh, I like this one too. I use this a lot on Discord. Ben. Ho ho. No. Ben. Copy this guy. Move him down. No, stop. Yeah. Yuck. Maybe have him, like, holding it, kinda. Put, like, the face back here. And be all surprised. Something like that. Nah, hold on, hold on. Thoughts are crossing my mind. Never a good sign. I can do this. I just gotta come up with something here. Okay. Boop. Ah! What? Damn it, I didn't know this was copied in there. Okay, that's better. This in, go up like that, in like that. Flip this guy, pull him over here. Maybe do a little of this action so that it's less proportionally weird. Yeah, that works. Perfect. Okay, we can hide the body now. We just gotta build the head here real quick. Just a rough sketch of it anyway. Jeez, I eyeballed that. Wow. Didn't think I could eyeball the head proportions that well. Shit. Give him a little widow's peak that he always has. One, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. 4. 2, 3, 4. Alright, turn this off, turn the body back on underneath, bam. Now what we're gonna do, just for this sketch, we get rid of the sketches when we're done anyway, but I'm just being cautious. Perfect. Oh, I didn't draw his eyebrows. Oops. Just get those little eyebrows in there. Boop. Turn that down. Add a color layer. Go for our black here, and now we can actually start working. Okay. I'm glad I'm finally getting these done. Because you guys deserve something cool. Especially for being such an awesome community. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am without any of you. Well, I wouldn't be where I am without all of you, is what I meant to say. Not any of you, but okay. Also, hi Ross, if he's lurking around. He told me recently he sometimes lurks in the background of these streams, so there you go. There's my obligatory lurkers greeting to any lurkers in the chat. Hello. Hope you're doing well. So this will be the 1K emote for 1K bits. This guy's the 1K. Should I have teeth? Nah, it looks better without them. What is 1K bits? How much is a bit on Twitch? I don't know how much money that actually is. I'm sure somebody will tell me later. But I have no idea how much that's actually worth. Because 1K bits could be like 10 bucks, or it could be like 100 bucks. I know people have done it at 24 bits before, so I have no idea how much money 1K bits is. And to everyone watching on YouTube, if you want to use these emotes, come over to Twitch. Come over to my Twitch account. Drop a follow. You can get a bunch of them. If you want the paid ones, you'll have to, work a little harder than that, but, you can always get them. And if I ever do return to YouTube as a platform for any stuff, I'll be sure to bring the emotes over with me. That's why it looks off, is because it doesn't taper back in on that side. I was like, why does the hair look weird? Now I get it. Okay. We're cooking. Just some proportions adjustments and we should be good to go. That's beautiful. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's get this emote because it's got the full color palette. Bam, bing, bam. My ball blam blur blur. Burglar burr? Ball blam burglar burr. Okay. This should be a good one for chat. Apparently there is a 25k bits emote as well. I believe Twitch did show it, kinda. Sort of. Okay. You know, something I kind of wanted to talk about on one of these episodes was the idea that, and you'll see this talked about with a lot of like creative pursuits especially, but with art in particular, this idea of finding your own art style. A lot of people think a lot of different things about how art works that aren't necessarily true. And one of the big ones is that, like, all good artists have a unique art style, all their own, nothing influenced, like, nothing behind it. And that's not actually true. I've mentioned this a couple times, but I'm going to talk about it again because I want to, and nobody's here to stop me, so I'm gonna. So, as an artist, now professionally for several years, well, not several years, but as an artist professionally for about a year now, I can tell you from talking to other artists and stuff like that, it's kind of a lie. Like, the idea that every artist's art style is this unique thing that spawns out of nothing that's just kind of there is a lie. It's made up. Every artist's art style is really just a hodgepodge sort of composite of a bunch of art styles that they liked over the years, and they sort of adapt traits from them. For instance, I can tell you right now, I draw my characters very, like, action cartoon heavy because the art styles that I've liked over the years have been, like, comic books and cartoons and things of that nature from, like, that genre. So that's how my stuff looks. That's just the way it is. That's the way of the world. You know, that's not a bad thing. But, like, as the years have progressed, it has become more uniquely my own. Like, when I first started out doing art stuff, a lot of it was very Dragon Ball inspired. Because when I was a kid, I read the Dragon Ball manga. When I was growing up, I loved it. I read it front to back, you know? I ran out of the anime, so I went and bought, well, I didn't buy the books. I rented them from my local library. And I rented the anime from my local library. I was, like, I couldn't have been more than 13 years old. You know, the reason I like Sonic so much is the same thing. But, point is, this idea that every artist has this crazy, unique art style that they're, like, born with is dumb. And a lot of people have that misconception. I see it a lot in comments about, like, AI art and stuff like that. People say it, quote, democratizes art for those who aren't skilled enough to do art. Everyone's skilled enough to do art. Literally everyone. Legitimately. Anyone can do what I do. Anyone. Not exactly the same, mind you. That would be very, very difficult to do. To have the exact same art style as another person. That's tough. That's not easy to do. Even the best of the best, you know, like Toyotaro succeeded Toriyama and inherited the Dragon Ball Super manga from him. And even he can't draw all the stuff in the exact mimicked style that his master can, and he got one-on-one experience with the guy. I mean, you know, if they can't do it, what chance does a lowly mortal like me have, right? But Point is, this idea of this, like, perfect, unique art style that you just sort of materialize is dumb. But it's also a stupid argument in favor of AI art. Because I've heard that a few times now, as this idea of, like, democratizing art. Are you really You're not really democratizing anything. All you're doing, like, is just saying, I don't feel like putting in the work. And for those of you who say, oh, well, you know, I don't have years to invest. Who said you need to invest years? Nobody said that. Like, I feel like a lot of people have this idea in their head of what it takes to do art, or be an artist, or be proud of your work, or even make money off your work. And it's the notion is wrong. Entirely. Fundamentally wrong. You're wrong. The only thing you need to be good at art is focus. You need to be able to just have an idea and put it to paper. That's about it. Like, that's the big skill. Surprise, I've cracked the sorcerer's code for you. You don't need, you know, Sora AI to generate you anime fight scenes now. No, you can do it yourself. All you need to do, legitimately, this is all you need, is just sit down, and then let's say you want to draw a cat, okay? Look up pictures of cats, either drawn or otherwise, and just try to draw it. And if you don't get it and you get frustrated and walk away, that's cool. But then you come back to it. That's the part a lot of people mess up on. So they don't try again. They try once, say, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm not born to do it. I'm just giving up. Then you can't say, oh, well, you know, art needs to be democratized. No, it doesn't. You need to stop being a little bitch. Get back to work. It's not art's problem that you're lazy. That's my take. It's not, like, the medium's problem that you're too lazy to give it a second chance. Because that's usually all it takes. Like, a lot of people think that they're going to become, like, the greatest artist ever after, like, a day of work. You don't. You never do. Nobody does. Nobody does because nobody can. Because it's a made-up standard, and you're enforcing it on yourself for stupid reasons. You don't need to be the best artist. You just need to be an artist. Just do your job. Like, if you want to learn how to draw Goku, right? All you need to do is just look at a picture of him and try and draw it. And you will do poorly, right? But then, do it again. Maybe this time you look up a tutorial online. Or watch a video from ACD Art Attack? Is that the name of the guy? Oh, I haven't watched his channel in years, but he would do, like, speed paints. And I would look at him and try and, like, draw the character from him. And I would fumble it so hard most of the time. Maybe that's a video I should do. Maybe I should do a video and show you some of my old art. Like, from when I was in high school and stuff. Because it's kind of cringy, but it illustrates the point. And I just think that's something more people in, like, the arts community nowadays need to be doing. Instead of going on and on about how bad AI is, explain the reason why it matters not to use it. Explain how much better things could be for the people if they give themselves a chance to be better at it. Like, if you want to be an artist, all you have to do is try. All you have to do is try. And the time thing, that's another one. People think that takes a long time. It takes a long time to get really good, but if you're trying to learn how to draw one specific thing, you can do that very quickly. Very quickly. I speak from experience on that. Like, I didn't know how to draw a skull. And I was in What was it? What class was that? It was Drawing Foundations. I took that when I was in art school. You know what the secret technique for learning how to draw a skull is? Well, they put a skull in front of you and tell you to draw it. And then you draw it poorly. But then, here's the crazy thought. You go back and you draw it again. And again, and again. And eventually, you'll notice the form and the shape of it starts to make more sense. And once that happens, all of a sudden now you know how to draw a skull. And then you think to yourself, why did I think this was so hard before? And the reason you thought it was hard before was because it was new and you didn't do it right the first time. And for some reason, that's an assumption people have, is that, like, with art, you either get it right the first time or never get it right at all. And I'm like, that's not at all how it works. You will never get it right the first time. Nobody gets it right the first time on art. Like, I would argue it's harder to find someone born with perfect artistic talent than it is to find someone born with, like, a perfect ear for music. Because that is statistically something you can be born with. That might not be true. That might not be true. But it's hard to find people born with those gifts. A lot of the people that you're like, oh, they were born with that. It's genetics or something like that. No, it wasn't. You know, that kid down the street who can play piano better than anyone you've ever seen in your life, that wants to go to fucking Juilliard or something and become a professional musician, or not Juilliard, I don't know what the big music school is. That guy? Spoilers, he's been playing piano since he was like 4. You're like, oh, but what about the time investment? He's been playing it to master all of it. Everything. It's the one thing he lives for. If you want to learn how to play piano, you don't have to be that guy. You don't have to compare yourself to that guy. And that's the toughest part. And that's the real lesson. And arguably the thing that a lot of these pro AI art people don't... I suspect, I largely suspect, I can't prove it, but I suspect this is one of the reasons, is that they look at their work after trying really, really hard, and then they look at somebody who either inspired them to do the work, or somebody who is better than them or been doing it for longer, and they think to themselves, oh, I'm not as good as that person, so I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna stop. But the problem wasn't that you weren't good enough. The problem was that you were looking in the wrong place. You were looking at their work and imagining it coming out of you. Imagining something better coming out of you. When you should have made the work and then kept doodling and stuff. Have a sketchbook or something. And in a year, look back at that first piece and say, am I better than that guy? Am I better than the person I was when that guy inspired me to make this? That is the secret. I've been working towards that all year. Practicing, pushing myself, all of that. Because, you know, it's harder than you'd think. That's the real struggle. You want to be good right away. I heard a great phrase today. It was from the Weekly Slap. Schlatt. I'm a Schlatt fan. Yeah. He said, we as humans naturally want to succeed as much as possible. We want to get as much as possible with as little effort as possible. And in a lot of ways that works, you know. Finance, that's like the whole point of investing, is that. You know, that works with, you know, food delivery, tons of things. What it doesn't work with is creative pursuits. Because being a photographer, or a cinematographer, or a director, or an artist, or an animator, or a 3D modeler, or a game designer, that's an incremental skill. See, so when you put in this much effort, you get this much return. But if you put in this much effort every day for like a month, you get this much return out of it because it accumulates. That's why I recommend, like, if you want to get into any artistic or creative field, like if you want to learn to play an instrument, I would argue, and I don't even know how to play an instrument, and I'm giving advice on this because I've heard it from people I know who are very good at playing instruments. The key is not just, you know, learning the sheet music and learning to play. It's like just kind of playing around with an instrument every day. You know, same with same with being an artist. It's not about if you have a degree or if you've been in a ton of shows or if you've done this or if you've done that. It's just draw something every day. Or try to. You're not gonna every day, but try. Have ideas. Because the more you do it, the more you start catching on to the things you want to correct, and the more you figure out how to fix them. Like even these, the first couple emotes I made. Because this is a new style. Like, I'm not used to drawing chibi. And yet, I jumped in anyway. And what is it? Like, you know, chibi art is much simpler than regular art. I had to learn. But I've done this once a week for probably 3 weeks now. And I've learned very quickly that it is a style I can do if I put in the work. You know, I learned. Like the hydrate emote, I went back and changed it because I was like, oh, you know, the water bottle isn't cutesy enough for this chibi look. It would be better if it had a little face on it. And now people love that emote. And that is the key. That is the key to being a successful artist. That, and then if you really want to learn, if you really want to get good at it, like you want to be good, I'm talking. Then the real key, the real secret, the secret sauce to it is basically self-teaching. So if you look at my YouTube channel, right? Like not my YouTube channel, my YouTube history. A lot of the videos are 3 things. Music that I listen to, occasionally a video I'll watch for like laughs or something like that on my main channel, or like a Mariah YouTube short where I'll comment on it and I'll watch it. And then art tutorials. That's on my main like account, like the one that these VODs get uploaded to. If you saw the history on that account, it's mostly art tutorial stuff and music. And it can be anything, you know, like I'll watch a lot of shorts dedicated to, like, the Mariah piece I recently did was from a YouTube short that I saw of a girl where she described a technique where you do one stroke where you go like this, basically, and you go, and then you work the hair around the curves of this to create like a really interesting long hair design. And I thought that was really cool. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. And I did. And it was really cool. And now it's on my Instagram. I forgot to do under the chin. But see, like, that's the beauty of it, is, like, once you really learn and want to keep learning, that's when you've become an artist. And that's really when you're a creative in general. And not everybody is the thing, too. Not everybody is creative. And that's okay. You don't have to be. A lot of people want to be because they think it'll, like, make them cool. And I'm here to tell you, it's not worth it if you're not in love with it. If you don't really want it, then don't bother. You know, like, if you're not looking to get into being... If you're not looking to get into, like, this grind with it, if you just want to doodle for fun, just doodle for fun. But don't expect yourself to become, like, this great artist without putting in a lot of effort, because it takes time. And this is coming from someone who is not a great artist. I'm learning. I'm trying to be the person that I'm telling you to be. Hence why I'm giving the advice, because I don't want people to give up on themselves. I've seen too many people who are very talented give up on themselves because they don't think they're good enough. You know, I've coached, I've talked to people, talked them through that, talked them off that ledge and said, hey, you know, you are way better than you are giving yourself credit for. Come on. Perfect. Actually, wait. Just making sure everything's filled in here. Nice. I knew I'd get it. See? Perseverance. It's all about putting in the work. You have to be willing. And you have to be willing to fail sometimes. Failing is okay. You're a creative person, you don't like to fail. Who likes to fail? Nobody likes to fail. But failing is okay. Not getting it right on the first try, that's the stuff that, you know, that's how you get better. That's how you improve. I think it looks better without it. Okay. We will make a new folder. Nope, nope. Bits 1. And get rid of all of these. We will save. And then we are going to export these at 350 DPI. Okay. That one's in. Fuel in the tank. Now we move that from the slot. Boosh! Now, theoretically, if I refresh chat, I don't know if I'll even be able to access this one. There it is. That is the 1K bits emote. I like it a lot. Now we gotta worry about the 2K bits. Or the 5K bits. Right, because it's 5Ks next, yeah. Ugh. Oh! An idea. What if we did, like, something like this? No, wait. That wouldn't work. Well, we could do something like this, where it's like... Yeah, but none of the other ones have fingers, so this one would feel a little weird. Yeah, I don't like it. What about, like, this instead? This one looks dumb. Nah, this also seems silly. Hmm. What if I move this guy over here? And underneath it, and go like that. And then put like the head layer here and go like, eh? And then do like the, eh? Oh, hey, Cat! Welcome back. Hope all's well. Hope you're feeling better, too. After everything. Or something like that. No, it's gotta be like jumping, kinda. Maybe like that, actually. I'm finishing up the bits emotes now. We're on like the final stretch of the emotes train. I still can't believe I sat and watched the rest of Dispatch with you. It's great! It's great! It's so good. It was great. Game of the year. Game of the year. Game of the year. I don't care what Jeff Keighley says. That's the game of the year. In my book, that's the game of the year winner. The perspective isn't working the way I want it to. I gotta think of a way to do this. Where it makes sense. Why is this at 10? My favorite one's when Robert got blonde in the end. I think their relationship is cute. Well, that's the fun thing, is there's 2 relationship paths in the game. I just chose that one. By complete panic, too. You get, in like, episode 3? No, episode 4. It was episode 4. At the end of episode 4, this happens. It's like, you're at your desk, you finish your shift, and then Invisigal, the tomboy one, she you see her like ping on the map, and he pulls up the video feed, and she snuck into a movie theater, and she's talking to him about it, and you can tell she's kind of angling for him to come, you know, come out and go to the movies with her, basically. But at the same time, isn't her name Blazer? Well, yeah, her name's Blazer. Yeah, but at the same time, right, Blazer texts you and asks if you're up for dinner that night. And so the game makes you pick. And if you watch the VOD back, it's like a good 5, maybe 6 minutes of me just being like, fuck! No! Why are you making me choose now? I'm not ready! I was like, I thought I'd have more time. I guess that must be how it is in real life, too. I wouldn't know. Robert gets all the girls. Yes. Yes, he does. And I've never been more unable to help a man in my life. I was like, dude, I don't know what to pick. I don't know what to pick. So finally, like, in the video, you see me unpause the game, and I basically just panic press. And that's how we ended up on the Blazer route, was because I was like, that one! Blazer is better than Invisigal, I think. Then again, I love her personality. I love them both, but I do think I might agree now. Especially when she takes off the, like, she turns off the powers and turns back into, like, her actual self. Like, when Blazer turns into Mandy, and, like, she introduces herself and stuff, I was like, oh, this is adorable. You gotta go back. I'm telling you. That whole game is a 10 out of 10. They need to make more. They need to make more. They said they're talking about it now. They're talking about doing a season 2. And, like, picking up more of the story. Because they weren't sure if people were going to like it or not. And I was like, how are you not sure? How are you not sure about this? This is like a sure thing if I ever seen one. Blazer, oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah, but I love Blazer. She's great. I'm glad I picked her, despite the obvious love for Invisigal. I'm like, oh, Blazer's awesome. Surprise, motherfucker. Screw up and your predictions is literally what Blazer said to the Evil 2. Yeah, I know! See, I found out recently, apparently, her dialogue at the end, when she walks out and she's like, you're the only one I told about my amulet, so I figured he wouldn't see it coming. That only happens if you date her. Because you don't see her take the freaking amulet off if you don't go on the date with her. So I was like, oh, peak, best ending, absolute cinema. I didn't even know. I didn't even know going in. And then when I found that out, like, yesterday, I saw a clip on YouTube of somebody talking about that, and they were like, yeah, dude, that's freaking awesome. And I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, no way. No way did I accidentally pick, like, a secret dialogue thing. Like, I actually got something cool. So now you know, like, if you play the game, you gotta go Blazer, because she's like, I mean, she always does the amulet. Yes. You! Why I think of fucking Soldier Boy right there. And the Soldier Game. Why'd you not call it the Soldier Game? Yes, I know, I gotta send it to you. I forgot, okay, I'm busy. I've been Christmas shopping all week. It takes time. And wrapping and such. I don't know if I'll ever be able to play it, because somewhere near the part that Invisigal gets caught by Robin, the big guy, my PTSD got triggered. I don't know why. Aw. Superman now. The legs are weird. Maybe I can make it work without them? I'm trying to figure out this freaking emote. Ah! It doesn't, like, work right. I don't know. It doesn't look right. I got another song in my mind, though. Watch me whip. Watch me... No, no. My brain needs to stop. Monkey brain. Monkey is my brain. Actually, now that I think about it. Monkey is my brain. That. All the greatest summer songs are playing on my head in repeat. Nice. Oh no, in my head on repeat. Yep, okay. Dyslexia. Apparently. Finished my very large cast of characters last week. I gave myself 20. When I tried to remove the boys, my friends freaked out at me and went, "No, don't get rid of the boys." I'm assuming that's the exact tone and cadence they did it in. Ben. I mean, if you're gonna do a cast of characters, you gotta have some male characters. Otherwise, it's, like, not cool, you know? Gotta have equal rights, equal fights, yo. Well, that only applies to an action comic, or an action story, I guess. Equal rights, equal... I don't know, whatever your thing is about. Oh, that's it! I know what to do for this arm now. That's what's missing. Nights into dreams, yes! Oh, that's perfect. No, I'm sticking with that. That's the design now. Da, 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 The boys are knights of the magical girls. Do when you can. I gotta be up early for a dentist appointment. Oh crap! I have a dentist appointment tomorrow too. Or I guess today. Yikes. Maybe I won't finish all these today. Yes. The boys are essentially the knights of the magical girls. That's awesome. I know those stories are super popular. Sailor Moon and whatnot. Yeah, lol. Yeah. Okay, now we do I'm hoping to get this damn tooth taken out because I can't with the pain anymore. Oh, never mind. Mine is not that serious. I'm just going to get my teeth cleaned before the year ends so that I don't have to pay extra insurance and all that. Being an adult is fun. Not. It's just a wisdom tooth, but it's been making me suffer for a week. Oh, I hate that. I had mine taken out when I was like... When did I get my wisdom teeth out? It was in high school. Back into high school. Imagine how I feel. I gotta live up to everyone's expectations now. I have no breathing room. Ah, no, you'll be fine. Just stick to your vision. People aren't in it for the genre, they're in it for you. Make it good. Well, make it as good as you can. What stage is that? Oh, this is Sonic Heroes. Ugh. The top ones are out. I don't know why they just didn't take them out when they pulled the teeth from my braces. Oh, and everybody expects me to know those things I don't know about yet. I mean, listen, you can't make everyone happy. It's a hard lesson, yeah. Everybody has to live with eventually, is that sometimes people suck. You just gotta kind of... Even your friends, sometimes like they don't know they're putting pressure on you, but, you know, it's just do the best that you can, stick with what you're trying to do, because that's what people are really invested in your work for, is you, not anything else. And as for Kat's situation, I have no idea why they left the bottom wisdom teeth in and took the top ones out. That sounds like torture. Are you sure they didn't violate the Geneva Convention? You could sue. No, I'm kidding. But that is really dumb that they left one set of wisdom teeth in and then took the rest out. That's stupid. And seems wildly inefficient. Like, just take them all out. I had I had three. I had 3 wisdom teeth. And they took out all 3, even though only 2 of them were, like, actually, like, coming out. Because they were like, well, I mean, like, we can leave it, but, like, if it comes out later, it's just gonna hurt again. You're just gonna have to come back. No, they left all my wisdom teeth. I had one top taken out 5 years ago and the other top taken out last year. Oh, what the hell? Oh, well, they don't remove teeth ever, then. You gotta do that yourself, yeah. Like, your dentist doesn't normally just do that. You gotta go to an orthodontist for that. And even if they're, like, doing braces, not every orthodontist does, wisdom teeth. I found that out working at a dentist's office. You gotta go to a specific, like, oral surgeon type of ortho type thing. Or no, that's just oral surgeon. No, it's not. I was right the first time. I downloaded Medibang for desktop. I want to try it. I still think Medibang is way better than Fire Alpaca, and I had 4 wisdom teeth removed. Ugh. Actually, here's a fun tooth fact. That's a weird way to start a sentence, but okay. People are being born with less and less wisdom teeth because we keep pulling them. Because apparently, since we don't use them, our bodies are evolving to get rid of them in our kids. And so it's speculated that in a few generations of humans, there just won't be wisdom teeth anymore. Like, that operation just won't really exist. Because, like, not for a while. Like, we'll be long dead by the time that happens. But when it does happen, they'll be lucky. And I'll be angry. Maybe I'll haunt someone. About it. They sent me to an oral surgeon to get 4 teeth pulled anyway for braces, so why not just take the wisdom teeth out too? That's actually a really good point. Why wouldn't you just... Well, to be fair, they can't just pull them right away. From what I understand, they do kind of have to be, like, coming in for them to take them out. So... yeah. That's a thing. Off topic, can I see your layer setup? Looking for a new way to manage my layers. I can show you on one of the other emotes, sure. So the way I do it is, like for... I'll do this one, actually. No, this one's got, like, weird stuff. Let me do a regular one. Where's a good one? Oh, this one works. So the way that I do it is... I know it's kind of hard to see... But I do my line art. So if I hide all this, right? My line art, I always put second from the top. And then any effects, highlights that go over the line art or anything go above it. So that's my top layer. Line art goes here. I always put my flat colors at the bottom. And then I do my shadows in black. And then I do a copy of the color layer and filter it. So, and then do a clipping mask. So it filters down and does my shadows. And then I repeat for my highlights. And then right there is just an extra little one. But that's typically how I work. Even for bigger projects, I usually work that way anyway. Cool. Yeah. It's more consolidated. Instead of doing, like, multiple different color layers for everything, you know, you can kind of stack them. Oh, and then I folder them all up by thing. So, if I'm drawing, like, a bigger project, the background will be its own folder, the character will be its own folder. I folder them. So you work using folders? Yeah, it's just easier to index that way. And especially because I work on camera a lot, it's just easier for me to keep track of everything. Speaking of which... I am once again asking for your financial support. Type B. I do gotta fix that a little bit. This eye's a little wonky. There we go, that's a little bit better. That was my problem. I wasn't using folders and I got confused about the layers. Yeah, I did that for a long time. And then I saw, like, a lot of the people I would watch tutorials on online would be like, okay, now put this in this folder. And I was like, of course. Why didn't I think of folders? There's a frickin' folder function and I never thought to use it. It's bugging me. I gotta... Okay, we're good now. There we go. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, boing. Boing, boing. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, 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 boing. To any lurkers in chat right now, I see you and I know who you are. Not really. I don't actually know who you are. But I want to make a point of saying that lately, because in my last peak stream, my buddy Ross was like, "Oh yeah, I lurk in your stream sometimes." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, I was there for that one." I'm pretty sure on my scans, they were, but whatever. I guess they're coming out slowly but surely now. I just hope they can take it out easy. Good night. Yeah, I hope you'll be fine. I hope things go well. Good night, cat. Good night. Good night. I didn't realize how much my mic peaked when I recorded. Like, if I scream loud or something, my mic kind of, like, goes oobly woobly on everything. It does not like when I get wild and wacky with the noise. Alright. This is going well. I think I'll probably only do... I'll leave the 10k one for the next stream. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I forgot that I have a dentist appointment today. And I want to be sure that I'm on time for that, because they charge a late fee. And I don't have the money. Alright. Okay, nearly there. Confound it. Blasted thing. Just want to do the sleeve here real quick. Look at this guy. He's a real guy. Real boy. I like this one a lot. And then I have an idea for the 10k one, but I'll have to save that for next time. Then we gotta do sub badges. And then we can worry about... I'm gonna worry about any animated stuff last, because animating takes so long. While I am excited to animate again, because I haven't done it in a while, I must admit, it is a bit daunting, because I haven't done it in so long. I mean, the last time I animated, like, actually animated, was back in, like, 2021. Since then, not much. But I will do it again for you guys, for the emotes and for such. I want to keep my promises. Perfect. First try. Hoorah. And that is... Oh, oops. That should be that. Okay, now we do the shadows. Oh wait, that's way off. Yeah, hold on. Oh shit. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. Much more the light's coming in at, so it would be hitting here. So it would actually be the underside of this arm, I think. Okay. Do you export your animations via PNG? I mean, I tried doing it that one time as an MP4, but it didn't really work. So, yeah, I used to do them as PNGs, yeah. That was the way I used to do it. And I guess it's still the way I do it. My childhood, I love Pokemon, yeah. This, I believe, would be the Unova mix. I have the Unova Lo-Fi mix saved. It's good. I like using it. I've been using it on my channel for years. Hit you right in the feels. Unova's my favorite Pokemon region because it was the first one I played. So I love it. clip that down. Hue minus 60. Minus 12. Boosh. Let's go. That looks great. Bam. 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 Boom. Sis boom bow. Up, up, up. Then let's see what else do we got here. Maybe a little bit on the rims of this jacket. And then we'll boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Yes. Okie dokie then. Here we go. Hard light. And screen. This one. Where's Gauss blur? And this one we Gaussian blur. Actually, that one looks good as it is. Yeah, alright. So that covers bits number 2. So we'll make a new folder. Bits 2. Enter. Put all of the active layers inside there. Close them up. Oh, and one of the inactive layers, actually. And then the rest of you can go. And we get rid of that. And we file save, as always. Save early, save often. File export. And we call this one bits 2. Boom, done. That is 2 out of the 3 bits emotes complete. And I like them. I forget which tier this is. 5K? Oh. Boop! And that, my dear viewers, is that. So now, if I go in here... Aha! 5K bits! I like that. I like that a lot. And then the last one is 10K, and then we're done. But we will be done with this tonight, right now, because I am tired and have to get up tomorrow. to go to the dentist. So, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to, and you're watching on YouTube, first of all, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And if you have a Twitch account, follow on Twitch. I don't know why I did this. Because it's free, and it would be really nice. We're trying to get to 300 followers by the end of the year. We're almost there. If you're watching on Twitch and you haven't followed already, do it. Follow. It's free. And you can keep up to date with all these wonderful streams. And thank you to everyone who subbed or donated bits recently. Like I said, now there are actual things to get with those two lucrative investments. So, feel free to... Huh. Never noticed that before. Feel free to do those if you can afford to, but if you can't, I'm just happy to have you here. And you get like 5 free emotes for following anyway, so they're all custom too. With that said, though, I really enjoyed my time with you tonight. I will catch you all in the next one. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Bye, guys.